The 2023 Comanche County High School Basketball Tournament Consolation Finals, third place, and championship games for the girls and boys were played on January 21st at the Great Plains Coliseum. First to tip off was the girls' consolation game between Big Pasture and Fletcher. The first quarter ended Big Pasture 9 to Fletcher 7. At the half, the score is Big Pasture 19, Fletcher 12. The game remained close until the fourth when Fletcher fell behind. The final score ended with Big Pasture 44, Fletcher 15. Next for consolation were the Geronimo Blue Jays and Chattanooga Warriors boys teams. It began with a point from Warrior Evan Walkway, and Blue Jay Jaden Wallace would score with 2 minutes to spare. The first quarter of their game ended with Geronimo 19, Chattanooga 9. The half would end with 24 Geronimo and 22 Chattanooga, with Warrior Walkway scoring 6 points. Geronimo and Chattanooga created a 3-point difference in the third quarter and ended 39 to 36 for Chattanooga. 3 of those points came from Blue Jay Joseph McCarthy. The final score would be Chattanooga 51, Geronimo 45. The girls' Geronimo Blue Jays and Chattanooga Warriors were next on the hardwood for third place. Blue Jay Mackenzie Huffman made a 3 to start the game, and the Warriors would respond with 2 points. Blue Jay Krista Gomez would add 3 more points, and the quarter would end Chattanooga 11, Geronimo 9. Blue Jay Huffman would tie it up in the second, and Gomez would assist a 2-pointer. The half would be Chattanooga 21 to Geronimo 18. Geronimo would add 4 more points in the third, while Chattanooga would add 11. Geronimo and Chattanooga would battle it out in the fourth quarter, with Geronimo scraping ahead with about 3 minutes left and a score of 33 to 32. A final drive for the Blue Jays from Gomez helped solidify Geronimo's win with a final score of 35 to 34. The boys' third place game was played by Indiahoma Warriors and Walters Blue Devils. Warrior Josiah Johnson would score 2. The first quarter was tied 6 to 6 with a score from the Blue Devils. The Warriors would return in the second quarter with a 3, and 2 more would come later from Warrior Trenton Stinson. The first half of their game ended with a tie 24 to 24. Walters would pick up speed in the third, and Warrior J.J. McClung would make a 3. Later, Blue Devil Kason Johnson would respond with a minute left. Warrior Stinson would finish out with a free throw. The third would finish 44 Walters and 30 Indiahoma. The fourth would end with both teams scoring 12 points and finishing with Walters 56 and Indiahoma 42. Championships tipped off with the girls' games where Walters Blue Devils battled against Sterling Tigers. Sterling began with a bucket and the game was on. Blue Devil Emma Youngblood would sink 2 in the first quarter. The quarter would end 14 Sterling and 4 Walters. The second would begin with a score from the Tigers, and Blue Devil Youngblood would add 10 points to the board. The score at half would be Sterling 24 and Walters 20. Sterling would start the second half with a 3 and allow a 2-pointer from Blue Devil Youngblood. The score at the end of the third is 37 to 24 Sterling. Ashlyn Clift would make a 2-pointer near the top of the fourth quarter. Blue Devil Youngblood would get 2 points out of free throw for a total of 3 points in the quarter. Sterling would win the girls' championships 47 to 30. The final game of the night was Big Pasture's Rangers versus Sterling Tigers. The Tigers dominated their first quarter. Tiger Nate Anderson made a basket before Big Pasture's buzzer beater. The quarter would end Sterling 14 to Big Pasture 11. In the second, Tiger Anderson would get 2 more points in. Later, the game would tie at 2 minutes and 31 seconds. The halftime score is Sterling 25 to Big Pasture 23. The third quarter begins with a point at the 5-minute mark with a score from the Tigers. Big Pasture scores. The quarter is 35 Big Pasture to 31 Sterling. A chase for a W ensues during the fourth quarter, with Sterling coming on top 42 to 41. The last time the girls' Sterling team won was in 2013, while the boys' most recent win was in 2017. Reporting for the Comanche Nation PIO News, Natasha Mercadante.